Hey everyone, it's Katsumi, and today we're doing a timeless money reading. So whenever this finds you, trust that there's a message here meant for you. Now, let's unravel what energy is surrounding your finances at this time, and what are some of the hidden messages you need to know. Ooh, okay, so we have 5 off the screen. So 5 and 9. So the 5th month or the ninth month might be of significance, or the 5th day or ninth day of the month. So something to keep in mind. It might even be 5 to 9 months from now that this event might occur. Okay, and then for our runes, first off we have Kenas, which is all about inspiration. There's something being illuminated and a lot of clarity coming through. I said clarity, so perhaps someone's name is Claire, or something like Trinity of some kind. Also getting a lot of creativity and vision sparking through. There is a lot of breakthrough and insight occurring with your money at this time. So that's something very exciting to see in the runes here. Okay, so we also have now these, which is about need. There is a sense of need slash necessity of things. So perhaps you're utilizing your money for necessities that you need, but there is some sense of restriction and resistance occurring. There is a little bit of delay and hardships that we're getting with this particular rune as well. And that is also surfacing some shadow work or some like past learnings of some kind that had arisen some sort of pressure or a sense of delay. So that's something to keep in mind there as well as you think about your finances. And then you also have AWAS, and AWAS is all about trust, teamwork. So you are working with quite a few people to gather up your resources, gather up your finances. You're moving with a sense of collaboration and cooperation in those relationships that you are pursuing in a financial matter with. And then there's also a sense of progression and loyalty there. So that's very nice to see here in a financial reading. So let's dive a little bit more deeper in terms of those hidden messages that the universe needs you to know about in terms of your money and the opportunities that are awaiting you. Okay, ooh, self-care. So universe is asking you to have a sense of self-care at this time. If you want to live like royalty, start by treating yourself like royalty. So it's very important that you take care of your mind, body, and soul at all times. And ooh, it looks like you are also working towards some sort of dream home at this time. So when you are living your best life every day, your dream home is your actual home. I love that. It's so important to take care of your existing environment, not only personally, professionally, but in all aspects of life so that they can all come together in alignment. And when you find yourself feeling indecisive about which direction to go, don't be afraid to experiment with multiple options to figure out what works for you here, right? So the keys are all about mind shifts that will unlock abundance and help you create your timeline of ultimate prosperity. So it's very nice that you have 2 keys, but we are getting a little bit of envy. So focusing on what others have is a drain on your energy. So it's important not to compare yourself to others. Social media is a very interesting thing where we often see these extravagant lifestyles that perhaps may not even be real. Perhaps they are fabricated, and it's important not to compare ourselves to that. And even if they are, in some sense, real in the way that they are showing up in in the reality of things, never compare yourself to someone, because what they've acquired in their life may not have been, in ways that we ourselves might envision, right? So perhaps it's through some sort of inheritance, or perhaps they got very lucky, and this is making us feel as though we might want a similar circumstance, right? Even through some sort of like inheritance of some kind. These are things very much based on luck, right? Um, or sometimes long-term wealth, like legacy wealth. Those things show up in such a way that it makes us feel as though where we've been in life doesn't quite align to what our expectations are, right? In terms of what we're seeing. So it's very important to kind of have that alignment in terms of where you are in your life, and to kind of just almost have peace with that, and work with that in order to build that abundance that you're looking for. Universe is also asking you to have a sense of thinking about passive income, and try to make that as you sleep, with your high yield savings, with your 401ks, your taxable brokerage accounts, with your Roth IRAs. These are all things that are great forms of passive income in terms of if you have a existing job that's allowing you to fuel your money into these avenues. But then there's also other wonderful ways to make passive income, like through your business and things of that nature, or even side hobbies, right? And take some time to believe in yourself, when you wholeheartedly embrace the attainability of your dreams, you will find the courage to exceed the ordinary. And I mentioned this just a little bit briefly about not comparing ourselves to anyone, because what we see in their reality may not necessarily be within our reality, right? Also, niche, when your unique experiences and fresh perspectives are are being brought through, you would do very well specializing in a niche. So, also getting a sense of a special. So, what makes you special is the things that others may not necessarily have at their disposal at this time, or may not necessarily showcase as a skill, right? Universe is also asking you to be an entrepreneur, so creating your own business of some kind. Um, so, as an entrepreneur, you will truly have an opportunity to discover yourself in all of your potential. An author. So your words will have a great impact on those who read them. So, whether you're an artist, a writer, a blogger of some kind, I'm getting food critic as well for some of you. So you might also be critiquing food, or that might be of interest. But these are things I'm thinking at this time and what the universe is sending through. But yeah, definitely dream your reality into being, right? And also I almost have a sense of gratitude towards the work environment, the home environment that you have at this time, and really take time to be like, I think my space needs a little bit more of this or that, and almost taking time to declutter so you can kind of alleviate all of those mental blockages or even physical blockages that might be popping up, right? And you also have 4 keys. And when you have 4 keys, you are ready for a major wealth upgrade, but you will need to take action and work hard to make it happen, right? So these are all important messages to think about as you work through your finances. Okay, so let's see what other hidden messages are here. So there's going to be some sort of difficult decision you need to make, and perhaps you are taking some time with this financial decision because there's a sense of lack of direction of some kind as well. And you also have new influences, wanderlust, and then opportunities and growth. So there's a lot of sense of opportunity and growth for your finances. You are influenced by quite a few things, but don't let that create a sense of envy that we were talking about before in um, the previous messages there, right? So go forth in the sense of that you're flowing harmoniously and seamlessly like the river, like a boat on the ocean of some kind, right? And then, of course, unseen potential. So you have unseen potential in your finances, but there's a little bit of hesitation, and we got that from the lack of direction. Perhaps you're not quite sure what you want to do financially at this time, but through your determination and certainty, you will have an outcome that is desirable. You also have self worth and trade. So some of you are almost like handymen or craftsmen of some kind. You use your hands quite a bit, but you're also able to trade as well. So you are like, for instance, if someone needs this sort of service or this sort of skill set, you're able to trade that for time, trade that for money, etc. So that's coming through. You also are accepting help and guidance at this time. So, if not, the universe is asking you to do so in order to unlock that financial abundance. Then there's also a little bit of mentorship within your finances here. So, seek guidance in how to accumulate the wealth that you desire, the finances that you desire. Perhaps there's someone in your family or someone that you can go to either online or seek some sort of mentorship with that will allow you to move forward in the next step of your finances. Also, perseverance and faith, right? So, as you go forth in your learning, take that time to really solidify that discipline and perseverance in order to create a strong faith in knowing that you are able to accumulate wealth in mass. And as you do so, you will become more faithful towards more faithful and even determined and certain of your decisions with your finances, right? Ooh, okay. So we have a few things. So I'm just going to take the Chariot. That makes a lot of sense here. Ooh, we also have this. So I make my own way. So with the Chariot, you definitely have that forward movement coming through. You have a lot of drive and control and willpower to make change in your finances or to even evolve it as we go forward. So you're very determined. And what's helping or hindering you right now is the Knight of Wands. So this is about a sense of having a sense of action, drive, and intensity, very passionate pursuits, but don't let this be too much of a negative. Always take a step back and kind of reevaluate where you're going with your finances. But for the most part, it's looking to be very positive for you. Okay. And yeah, a lot of movement forward, right? Getting a lot of movement, a lot of flowy movement here. And I keep my feet planted with the Page of Pentacles. So, Page of Pentacles is all about a sense of studying, there's potential, there's a lot of opportunity in your finances, right? And I'm getting a sense of growth through you planting your feet on the ground, feeling a sense of rootedness. And within the past, you have the three, not the three of Emperors, but just the Empress. And that's about creation, nurturing something, right? So you are having a sense of creation with your finances. You are taking time to embody the aspects of I'm getting financial stability, financial independence as well. And then, of course, with your goals and ideals, you keep at it and you keep getting better. So you are working through your finances quite a bit with the 6, 7, 8 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles is all about dedication towards something, your craft, your mastery, your skill. You're very focused, and that's going to allow you to have that merchant-like capability where you are having that sense of self-worth and being able to trade your skill for money, right? Your time, your skill for that exchange. And then you also have 10 of Pentacles. I live a rich life. So in the very near future, you are having a sense of feeling this stability, this generational wealth, this sense of home that we were getting with the dream home environment. When you are living your best life, every day your dream home is your actual home. So it's very nice to see that in your near future. So in your current situation, it's very positive leading into your near future. Let's check out your current approach. Okay, you're playing to win, and you delight in the discord. 5 of Wands. Okay, so with the 6 of Wands and the 5 of Wands, you have a sense of struggle happening, conflict, you're overcoming things, but then you also have a sense of victory and recognition. You are being rewarded for the way that you are approaching your finances, which is a very positive outlook and approach. Within your environment, you have a solid plan with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is all about that diligence we were talking about earlier that is required in order to kind of go through the financial struggles into the sense of abundance. I'm getting a little bit of a Queen of Pentacles here as well, but we do have a sense of routine here and commitment, which is allowing you to flow harmoniously through up into your final outcome. So let's see what you need to know. You need to back down from time to time, and you know this, so I back down when I need to, right? So 5 of Pentacles is talking about some sense of loss or hardship occurring, right? And you have a sense of understanding of this. There might be a little bit of isolation during a period of time just to kind of like step back because there might have been some initial things occurring through the approaches that you're making. But maybe it's just more or less like a revelation of some kind. But in the final outcome, you are determined with the Knight of Swords. So you are coming out of it with a sense of action and decisiveness towards what you wish to do for the future of your financial abundance, which is very positive here. Let's just get one more card for that. And I let myself play. 6 of Cups is almost that clarifier there. So with the 6 of Cups, you have nostalgia, innocence, and kindness coming through. So it looks to be very positive. The universe is asking you to take a step back, look at the unseen potential of things, and despite some of the hesitations that might occur, you're going to keep at it, you're going to keep getting better. And through that determination and certainty over kind of overcoming that uncertainty and the hesitation, you're going to be able to see your self worth, be able to trade your skills for money, and in the end, don't forget to look and seek for mentorship. Accept help when you can within your craft so that you can persevere and move forward and unlock that abundance that you seek, not only with your dream life, your dream home, but just overall physically and mentally. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me for today's reading. If it resonated, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.